Trialz with Scott Wiley.
And as I was thinking of some of the the classic stories we have, the one that I will never forget, but would like to, is the day that I swear we were almost kidnapped by an Uber driver.
It's a story that if we weren't both backing each other up on every detail, it would almost be unbelievable. I think if we tried to tell it individually to different people, they'd be like, yeah, okay. It was insane. It was insane.
We were visiting a customer in San Diego. We called an Uber to go from the restaurant back to the hotel. It was a great trip down to Southern California, visiting lots of customers. A minivan shows up, which is often the case. And we get in, and the first thing we notice, the guy's got like a pumpkin with, it wasn't Halloween, but he's got like an empty Halloween pumpkin on a string. And there's just a vibe. You know, sometimes there's just a vibe. There's something strange.
Like your instinct, like the hair on the back of your neck is standing up.
Everything says get out.
Yeah, and I think it's important to note too that it wasn't just like a 15-minute Uber ride. We were getting an Uber from San Diego to LA.
It's after dark. We get in this van, just something creepy. He takes off. He starts off with a comment, something about you guys. First of all, he floors it, right?
Yeah, he said, "Do you want me to drive fast or to drive safe?"
Yeah. And I think I said, I'm okay with fast, but it's got to be safe or something nerdy like that.
As fast as you can go while also being safe.
As fast as you can go, also being safe.
Mm-hmm.
And at some point, he pulls out a coin, right? Some sort of token.
Yeah, he starts making comments, kind of braggy little stories about essentially like evading police in small petty crimes you've been committing. And we're like, okay, like whatever, we're just kind of on our phones looking at our emails. Then he puts on, he's like, what kind of music do you like? Back to our last subject. He said metal, I think.
Right.
And he started blasting terrible live versions of or
I think it was Sabbath.
Yeah.
He had Spotify with commercials. Yeah. So it wouldn't let you pick the song.
Yeah.
So it's picking all the non-Aussie Sabbath songs, right?
Yeah,
I think
that's terrible.
And it's blasted to the point of clipping, distortion, going what? Like, I don't want to, 100 miles an hour on the freeway in a minivan.
Yeah. With the pumpkin
swinging.
And he's telling stories about kind of evading arrests. Totally. Pulls out this Chuck E. Cheese looking token, old school Chuck E. Cheese. This big coin. And he's like, do you guys know what this is?
Yes. No, like, I didn't know, but yes, he pulled that out.
No, of course we don't know what that is.
Right.
And he's like, he says something like, I can commit any crime I want to. And if I get pulled over, I can show the cops this coin and they'll just let me go. It was almost,
danger was
like
thick in the air.
It was like a threat.
It felt like a threat. It was a threat and a brag at the same time.
And I don't remember how he acquired this coin.
A thrag.
So he's speeding 100 miles an hour, literally on the freeway.
Right.
Talking about how he can commit any crime he wants.
So much.
And then he's also blasting this terrible metal music.
Yeah.
And swerving in between cars. Talking about the coin.
That's a good point to mention. He's not just in the fast lane cruising.
No.
He's aggressively swerving on the freeway.
In a
minivan, yes.
And he starts asking us if we want to pull over and have a nightcap.
Oh, yeah.
Such a bizarre thing for an Uber driver to do. And then we are like, no thanks. And he's becoming insistent.
Yeah.
We should definitely pull over. I know a great spot just up, this road. Asked us maybe like 5 or 6 times. And then I started getting, into fight or flight mode.
Yeah.
I was like, what
too.
am I going to do if he because I know the area very well. I grew up there. So I was like, if he tries to get off on an exit before LA, I think I'm just going to start screaming.
I was trying to think of an excuse of why we should, hey, I just got a phone call. Turns out we've got to make a stop here. But then I thought that's worse. It's an excuse. To get off the freeway. So I was like, no, we've just got to stay on the freeway. So we get back to LA And I think he threw a Hail Mary, right? He tried one last
Yeah.
time to get us to get this nightcap.
Yeah, he also got off the freeway exit going like, it was like Tokyo Drift. He like drifted around the exit.
Yeah.
And I thought for sure he was not going to stop at the hotel. Because
I thought he was driving right by the hotel.
I thought he was going to drive right by. And we were so freaked out when we got to the hotel that you and I didn't say a word.
We didn't say a word.
We got in the elevator together completely silent, and we were like, I got off at my floor and I was just like, see you tomorrow.
Even now, it's a weird vibe to remember.
Yeah, it was definitely 0 out of 5 stars.